Alright, so this is going to be the gap close that we had today at 54s. I actually had this marked out in my daily plan. Um, so looking like we were going to have a gap down. This was after non-farm payrolls. And I wanted to play the gap close at 54s, short it. Um, we actually did not end up getting the false break above and reoffer, but what you'll see what happens is we have a pretty violent move upwards stemming from like right here at these 42s. We've already put in a high at 48s, which I took short. I also had 48s marked, but I was still looking to play 54 short, so I'll go ahead and play this. Just kind of rotating ticks right here. We want to break out of balance right here, like these 44s really strong, which as you can see we are. Strong buy side pressure, not really being matched on the sell side. But we want to see buyers continue to take this higher. And as you can see, this isn't really a great example of a high on NQ. This was another tell. Usually NQ has some pretty long tails of excess at the highs. So there we go, that's massive sweep. This is exactly what we're looking for. Strong buying pressure into the highs, and then we can just trap all of them and send this straight back down. Approaching the highs of the day, the offer starts getting pretty thick. About 700 to sell. And there we go. At 48s, this doesn't look like a bad setup, but again, you know, we've already put a high in here. Still looking for that gap close. And not really a strong reoffer, still testing these highs. Still decent buying pressure. And there we go. We just keep breaking them. And something to keep in mind is with a violent move upward like this, you tend to see a violent move back down on the back end of it. So especially at a key level like this, at like a gap close. So here we go, we're approaching these 54s. Offer starts getting really heavy. Really heavy offer, and then there's the impulse. Now we want to see, does this continue to sweep higher? We've got a lot of buyers trapped in this little distribution, but does it continue to sweep higher? As you see, we've got about 1100 right here, so we really don't want to see this above 53s, which it doesn't really get above 53s. So I'd throw out a limit right there, see if I can get filled. We've built out a nice little distribution right here. So ideally, if I'm going to get filled, we don't really want to see this below 51s. As you can still see, there's still buyers right here, but it's not like we're sweeping higher, and it's not at the highs of the day, so not too worried about that. 460 to sell, matched on the sell side, so that's looking good. Just want to see if I can get filled. This is exactly what you want to see, is buyers getting trapped. We're printing multiple hundreds at each tick up here to buy, and it's still just going offer. I'd even look to throw my limit down maybe at 52 halves. 5 to print, pretty weak. $357 to print, and it goes offer again. But we're not really convincingly breaking through these 51s and the 50 handle, so still an opportunity to get filled. 1 to print to sell. I'll actually move my limit back up to the top of this little distribution right here. couple hundred to buy. Looks like I'll get filled right here. Oh, actually, see our replay is kind of weird, but there we go. I'm filled at 53s. 300 to buy, but not really going anywhere. Right at the top of this distribution. And you know, I'm wrong if we put in a new high of day, so I'm risking 8 ticks on this. And there we go. All those new buyers up here, about 500 lots, are trapped, and we begin to go back down. We want to see a nice sweep of 50s to break us lower. NQ's also filled out a nice little distribution between like 37s and 50s. Nice little tail. Volume taper. And there we go. Now we're lower. So that's the trade.